You ready to ride out a hurricane, buddy?
I just want it over with. I just wish it was the end of the day on Thursday. Hello.
Hi.
We are wearing our Sunday best. This is going to be a little bit different of a vlog. It is Sunday, October 6th, and Tropical Storm Milton has formed in the Gulf and is heading towards us. We don't know the exact track, so you know, days before a hurricane, you see it kind of move back and forth, and like a track will go right over like the center line. The eye is like, looks like it's gonna pass over your house, and you're like, ah, and then it'll move, and you're like, yes, and then it'll move back, and it's stressful.
It is stressful, and this is on the heels of Hurricane Helene, so everyone along the coast of Florida was really impacted by Hurricane Helene, and so wherever it hits, it's not gonna be great. This definitely might be, it's looking at least like the biggest hurricane that we will have experienced since moving to Florida.
We are going to bring you with us over the next probably 4 days as we prepare for and experience what will likely be major Hurricane Milton. This thing was Tropical Depression 11 in the Pacific Ocean, crossed over Mexico, and just like started spinning up. And so this has happened really, really fast. I watch hurricane stuff especially during peak hurricane season, very, very closely.
We hear Dennis Phillips' voice often in our house.
Tip number 1, follow Dennis Phillips. He's a meteorologist out of Tampa Bay, but really anything he says is going to apply to all of Florida and a lot of the Southeast with these systems. Looks like this one is going to be stronger, more direct into Orlando. This is our 3rd hurricane season living in this house. It's our 4th hurricane season owning this house, and this is definitely going to be the most impactful that we have experienced. We are going to likely see effects. I don't know, we lost power once in those 3 years with Hurricane Nicole, which was
kind of surprising because that one seemed to not be as, like, we got hit with Ian, and Ian was huge and slow and just like sat over Florida forever, and we thought for sure we were gonna lose power that time and didn't. But then Nicole came and we were like, oh, this one will be fine, and we like weren't really worried about it at all, and we ended up losing power. They've
already canceled Tampa Bay area schools Monday through Wednesday because they have to cancel those schools earlier because they become shelters for displaced, because there's a lot of people that are gonna have to evacuate most likely with the storm surge coming in. So they always cancel those early, but yeah, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so real quick, what we've done so far. We've got 2.5 days left, but yesterday I ordered a grocery order from Kroger. We got our groceries delivered here, which is an amazing amenity.
Bless the sweet man that delivered it.
Oh my gosh. It was the most expensive order that we've ever had. We hope, because Aiden lives in UCF dorm housing, he's a freshman in college, and he works Halloween Horror Nights, so we're hoping they cancel Halloween Horror Nights for at least Wednesday night very soon, so he can come home on Tuesday and just ride it out here. So grocery orders, important if you're in Hurricane, if you're coming to Disney World and you want some snacks or water or something in your hotel room, because likely if you are in a room that's in an outer building that does not have interior hallways to the lobby, to the food, like you may not be able to go to the restaurants because they may they may say you have to stay and you can't go outside, especially in the worst of it. Do that early, order groceries early. So I looked this morning on Sunday and all deliveries were booked up Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday, the hurricane gets here on Wednesday. So
we have a generator. It's not a whole home generator. It's just like a portable generator, but we always make sure that it's filled up with gas and kind of test it before a hurricane comes. So just, you know, start it up, run it, make sure that everything looks good with it. So we've done that.
For the generator, we have extra gas, and it is dual fuel. So we actually will have bottles of propane. So the propane, we can run outdoor kitchen and generator on. So we've got plenty of fuel there. We're gonna fuel up the car tomorrow. We've got lots of preparing to do for charging stuff and yeah, getting things ready. So it's always an adventure here.
The one thing that I wish we would have done that we didn't do is I saw a box that had 4 different puzzles in it whenever we were at Epcot. And I wish I would have bought it now, because if we lose power, we'll want something to do. But that's fine. All that to say, follow along with us on this journey.
Yeah, okay, let's do this. Oh, man. Okay, it is Monday morning, October 7th, and it is, 10:24 a.m. It is starting to get real. Milton just hit Cat 4 strength. It is down by the Yucatan still, which is way earlier than anyone anticipated. So this thing is definitely strengthening very quickly. Will almost definitely hit Cat 5 probably pretty soon. Today is our really big day of preparation. Again, it's not hitting for another probably a little over 48 hours, so sometime Wednesday afternoon, but we've prepared some other things. We're going to keep preparing today. So we've already got our hurricane kit going over here. We're stocked up on food. I froze a lot of water bottles, so those will not only serve as drinking water as they melt, but also serve to keep things cooler when we lose power, because I absolutely expect that we will. We've got our battery pack here. We have got 3 power banks that are fully charged. We ordered extra candles, so we've got emergency candles and a bunch of tea light candles. And so we're gonna be able to hopefully have a little bit of light source here whenever the power goes out.
I'm doing a lot of work prep. I'm trying to get as much as possibly humanly done before Wednesday, because I don't know how long we'll be without power. So I'm trying to get final payments made and all of the things. Reach out to everyone.
You ready to ride out a hurricane, buddy? It's like, why are you talking to me? This is weird.
All right, so it's been kind of drizzly in the last, 36 hours or so here in Central Florida. There's a band out in front of the storm, so this was the original blob that we were worried about until this thing popped up. So it's been about 2.5 hours draining the pool down yesterday. Probably gonna start draining that again. I want it down to about the bottom of the tile because we should get a bunch of rain. Oh, here we go, a little wet. Should get a bunch of rain with the system coming through. And then they've got a lot of stuff to pull in. So like these chairs I gotta pull in, bar stools I gotta pull in, some pool toys over here I gotta pull in. I think I'm gonna actually put straps around the outdoor chairs and strap everything together so it all can't move. That's the plan for the day. I gotta rearrange the garage. So we are definitely supposed to have, I don't know what category, but hurricane force winds here in Central Florida, so I definitely want to rearrange the garage. I want to, I usually back the car in. We have an SUV that's got a tire on the back of it, so I'm actually gonna probably pull it in forwards today and then back it up against the garage door. So if any rain-driven winds pound against that garage door, that will be protecting that. It will also help me get more space in the front of the garage because I'm gonna move the generator to the front of the garage so I don't have to try and open the garage door. I can bring the generator through the house. Obviously not run it in the house, but bring it out far back on the other side of the pool and then run extension cords from there. Okay. That's the plan for today. We're gonna go out, we're gonna fill the car up with gas. We already have gas for the generators. We already have propane tanks for the generators and for cooking. But yeah, I think we're getting about as prepared as we can be. So next update, we'll see how this goes. 3 p.m. on Monday, 2 days out. We got Leslie back there cleaning the cat's room. So making sure the litter is all clean. Trash does come tomorrow morning, so that is good. We got a fresh bag of litter. We went to the gym, but then after that, we got a full tank of gas. The only thing available was premium that was left. So, 2 days out. But a lot of places were fully out. We got a couple headlamps that are charging. We got 4 or 5 flashlights over there, and we got some more that are getting ready to go. We actually found some more tea candles out there. New water for the animals. Can't forget about them. So after we filled up with gas, we went to the pet store. We got Dexter more dog food. Thea has plenty of cat food. I went ahead and lowered the water to the top of the skimmer, and I pretty much turned the skimmer off. I covered the fire pit so those little glass pebbles won't be going all over the place. And then I think the only thing I have left to do out there, I took the curtains down, is get all of that heavy furniture and tie it all together. I'm probably going to ratchet strap it all together. Tomorrow is probably gonna be laundry day, so we're gonna make sure everything is clean prior to hunkering down for 2 full days. Word of warning, when you think that you have 2 full propane bottles in the garage, just pick them up, just double check, because you'll forget that you used one of them for the grill last year. So figured that out. Luckily, we went to the grocery store, went to Publix. They were sold out of their swaps. But Ace had just been filled up yesterday with their big tank, and they were refilling bottles. So we drove up there and we got the last refill. He ran out of propane, as he wasn't out, but it was so low that there wasn't enough pressure to fill any more tanks. So the lady that walked up after me, that had paid and walked up after me, he said we may be getting a refill in an hour. Good old Milton out there, that little jerk. He is spinning around at like 165 miles an hour. Definitely Cat 5, made Cat 5 status. This storm has intensified like in 24 hours, it went from like a tropical storm to a Cat 5. This is crazy. You reach a certain point where like track after track after track, like it shows it coming over you, and you're like, okay, well, they talked about weakening. Okay, well, maybe, you don't want to wish it to go somewhere else, but you do. But at the same time, if it goes somewhere else, somebody else is getting it, and then that just feels wrong. Anyway, but at a certain point, it's like it just keeps strengthening and just keeps faster and faster and faster. And it's just like, at a certain point, you just kind of give up, and you're like, all right, I can't, I just want it over with. I just wish it was the end of the day on Thursday.
Y'all are getting a lot of rough Dan and Leslie.
Raw Dan and Leslie. The day before the storm is weird.
Yeah, it's eerie.
It is, like, you've already done most of your preparations, at least all the stuff you have to do out of the house, at least you should have, because you ain't getting gas or propane or essentials today. I am gonna take the 2 screen doors off of the pool cage just to allow air to pass through a little bit better, because things can get gummed up in the screens.
And water to exit out. We've had it before where if like torrential, like if it comes down really heavy, we've been out there with like a broom and having to hold open the door to like scrape water out, so because it's too tight of a little gap. So
there's like a little channel drain, but it gets overwhelmed very quickly. Leslie went and got us. We actually realized, so I had ordered coffee beans to get delivered, and they're delayed. They were delayed with Helene. I got a notification they're gonna be delivered today, but we ran out.
Gosh, I sure hope they get delivered today, because otherwise there's gonna be a late night grocery run. Prayers for any kind of coffee.
Well, we may not have power to even brew it, so.
That's true.
What did we get?
Yeah, so I went to Dunkin', and they have an almond spice, which is 4 pumpkin swirl and 4 toasted almond shots and almond milk, and then pumpkin donut holes.
Really?
I got blueberry donut holes, and then I got 2 pumpkin donuts.
Jennings, unfortunately, went to school today, which is another reason why it's weird, right? Because it's like business as usual.
Yeah.
And a hurricane is like coming towards us tomorrow, which it actually did get.
Ooh, that's quite lovely.
Is it? It got not postponed. It has slowed down, so it's not even supposed to make landfall until like 2 a.m. on Thursday morning.
Oh man, I'm not gonna get any sleep.
I know, but Aiden's here, so he came home last night because all of his classes are canceled Tuesday through Thursday in preparation for the storm. I just can't imagine that these theme parks, man, they're late to cancel stuff. Yeah. Do you want some pumpkin, kitty?
Do you think you deserve some? So I mentioned last night that I did a last minute order. It got delivered today.
And it's like 9:30. Like it got here before 9. That's impressive.
I'm so excited. So so this will be built sometime. I'm gonna hold off on building it until probably the power goes out, so that it's whenever we have nothing else to do.
The intensity, so it went through an eyewall replacement cycle. That was the ERC thing you were asking about, which means that it does weaken, but then it broadens, and then it can gain strength. So it weakened from a 180 mile per hour down to a 145 Cat 4, but expecting it to probably strengthen again prior to that, but it should weaken before it hits landfall. All that to say, we are actively watching all the Dennis Phillips, all the Mike's Weather Page, Tropical Tidbits, Levi Cohen, like Dr. Levi Cohen, they're all phenomenal and a huge help to us as we prep. So we got one more day of solid prep, and then I don't know, we'll see when this thing comes tomorrow. It may not be till Thursday morning early, so yeah, we'll see. You wanna eat? Go eat. Storm day. So we got most of the stuff done out here. TV's off the wall. All of the furniture that is too big to go in the garage is basically bolted together. It's all like ratchet strapped together. I do have to move this trash can and Dexter's food and stuff inside. But other than that, I think we're pretty good out here. Pool is down as low as I ever drain it, but I may actually try to drain just a little bit more because it's gonna rain a lot.
We are finishing up the last little bit of laundry so that we are all clean people.
Still a Cat 5. It is now projected to hit landfall as a Cat 4. So we'll see what happens with that. Like this thing, nothing's been forecast. Like nothing that's happened with the storm has been actually forecast. This is weird because Helene was like, that forecast was solid the entire way. This one has been just strange. So yesterday the track did bump south, not quite a bit, but I don't know, 20, 30 miles, which looks like it could be great for the Tampa Bay area. Of course, it's gonna bring higher surge to other areas. Doesn't really matter for us that much just because the storm is so giant, so it's gonna hit Orlando. Like, there's no way around that. But we are gonna watch it all day long. Wiggles and wobbles are normal with hurricanes. What do you think, Princess? You ready to ride out a storm?
Ready to be a hurricane kitty?
She has no idea what's about ready to hit her. Thanks to everybody that has reached out. We have done all the things that you've suggested. But yeah, we appreciate all the support.
Yes, absolutely. She does not like storms, neither does our big 115-pound Great Danes, so this is gonna be real fun.
Next update is when it starts. I got my rule number 7 shirt on, Dennis Phillips. Gotta channel the good vibes to this thing. It is just after 2 p.m. The outer bands are starting to come through our area. Tornado watches and warnings all along, like coming up Central Florida. It's still like about half hour south of us. Uh-oh, starting to get some good wind gusts out here. We're just starting to see the start of this thing. So looks like landfall has been pushed up. So it was like, yesterday I was looking at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. tonight. Still looking like Tampa Bay area. Let's do this. We're watching the tornado warnings with the outer bands kind of creep towards us and just waiting for landfall to see exactly where that thing goes. It's like wobbled north, it's wobbled east, and you know, the farther north it gets, the closer to us, but also, you know, farther away from other people. So it's just, the emotions are crazy. It is about 5:30. We're getting closer to landfall. The track shifted north a little bit, so it does look like it is going to come closer to us. However, the good news is that shear, that wind shear and dry air is coming around from up north, from that front. So it's getting weaker. So it is now a Cat 3, 120 miles an hour, and still a few hours away from landfall. Looks like it's gonna hit around Tampa Bay. So it went back up north to the bay. Again, the track will come closer to us, but hopefully it continues to weaken as it heads this way. We'll continue to watch it, and we're starting to get those outer bands. So we just had a bunch of tornado watches and warnings off to our east, just like still like our county, just like on the basically right in Orlando. But we're west of Orlando, so we'll just keep watching it. All you can do.
All right, well, it's getting a little nastier here now. So we definitely are having like gusts of wind coming in, a lot of rain. I haven't looked at the pool recently, but we did lower it quite a bit. So I think we are okay with where it is right now.
The winds are definitely starting to pick up. It is about an hour, maybe a little more, before it hits land down around Tampa Bay. And then it is headed this direction. So I think we're seeing about 45 mile per hour gusts right now, according to the news, up to 55 somewhere around Orlando, but it's definitely starting to pick up. So, you know, let's keep doing what we're doing. 7:55, landfall should occur in the next hour. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I tried to get some video, but there's some decent gusts coming in now. So that's a solid, like, it was, I double checked when I recorded earlier, it was like 45 to 52 miles per hour gusts from the last update. And then this has gotta be, I mean, that's definitely more than that. So, anywho.
So now we wait. I mean, I feel like
we still have power though, so that's good.
People joke and they say like you're being stalked by a turtle, and that's so true. I mean, it's like seriously, like you prep, and then you just sit here and you just wait for the slowest turtle in the world to attack you.
We still got a solid 12 hours.
So we're not sleeping much.
We're not gonna sleep a lot.
I wanted to come out here earlier, but I didn't want to do it by myself because I was afraid I was going to open the door and something would impale me, and then you would have to take me to the ER in the middle of this mess.
That is morbid.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah.
Dusty.
It's a little windy. Yeah. Oh man. You're walking your dog in a hurricane. That's impressive. There we go. The Eye came on shore about 45 minutes or so ago in Siesta Key as a Cat 3, 120 mile an hour hurricane. Now it's at 115, still down close to Tampa Bay, and the wind shifted, and we are kind of getting pelted right now. Woo, yeah.
Let's go.
You want to go outside?
Let's go to the bathroom.
Oh, he's very excited. You're very excited, aren't you? He's like, what is wrong with you people? I don't want to be out in this.
Yes. Oh my, you are all kinds of fun. All right, okay, all right, good boy, all right.
Sorry, the lighting is absolutely terrible out here. It is 11:19 p.m. and we just got the flood warning alerts on our phone. Those just came through. It's pretty windy out here. I guess the Eye is just kind of south of Lakeland area. Yeah, so that's kind of where we stand right now. All right, it is currently 12:15 a.m. Oh my goodness. Gosh, what a mess it is out here. The rain is coming down. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to drain that pool. We are at the edge.
The pool is officially overflowing, and it is headed out the door there. Our little work of engineering ingenuity has so far paid off.
Great
like
work.
the water is overflowing from the pool and heading out the door. I drained that thing quite a bit, so we have gotten like solid 10 inches, if not more here. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, man. Okay, sorry for the hair. We just woke up. We had to go into bed a little after, well, like right at 3, maybe a little after 3. The winds and rain kept going for a while. Woke up periodically throughout the night, and honestly, we were just too tired to really get up and check, but we kept power the entire time, which is crazy to me. I fully expected we would lose power, especially after it flickering on and off there. So we're just gonna walk around and see if anything is damaged. The water never came in from the pool, although I'm sure it overflowed for quite a bit.
There was a lot of anxiety leading up to that. We have friends across the state, and we all were chatting last night in a group, and I mean, I think that it was the best it could have been out of, I mean, rather than just not getting it at all for at least all of us. So there were some scary moments, but whew, what a night. Whew.
Might as well start draining this thing. All right, so we definitely got some branches out.
Here's the
Man.
screen is okay.
So, I don't see any shingles missing. That's good. Just lots of little branches here.
That appears to be the biggest branch right there. So, yeah. Thank you. That probably could have made its way through the screen. Okay, I can see down the road. It looks like there's branches down there. All right.
Should we go up front?
Could have been much worse.
I'm very happy the screen survived.